Hello everyone. Let us start a new chapter in mathematics, chapter 3, data handling. So what is meant by data? Data refers to distinct pieces of information which are arranged and organized in a special way. There are two different types of data. The first one is primary data. That is data collected by a person directly. Let me say that you all need to submit a report related to the height, weight, and age of your family members. So you are directly involved in this and you will be collecting the information, you will be organizing it, and you will be submitting a report. Such type of data is called as primary data. The second type of data is secondary data. That is data which are collected by someone else and used by the investigators for another purpose. Example, census data can be used to analyze the impact of education, career, earning, etc. Now moving on, the first step is to collect the data. There are various methods of collecting a data such as interview, schedule, questionnaire, observation, case study, and projective techniques. The second step is to organize the collected data. It is a systematic arrangement of collected raw data in order to simplify the complex data and to facilitate better understanding so that the analysis, comparison, and interpretation of the collected raw data will be easy. The next step is representation of data. There are two techniques to represent the organized data. The first one is non-graphical technique, that is by using tabular form or case form. The second technique is graphical technique, that is by using either pie chart, bar chart, line graph, or geometrical diagrams. Now moving on, what are representative values? Representative values or central value is a measure of central tendency to describe the data or observations. For example, average is a measure of central tendency. You must have already heard this. Let me tell you one statement here. The average temperature at this time of the year is 40 degrees Celsius. What does it mean? It means that the temperature recorded often at this time of the year is around 40 degrees Celsius. That is, either it will be above 40 or it will be below 40 degrees Celsius. So the average is total number of quantities by number of quantities. It is a measure of central tendency. Central tendency means a single value that describes a set of data by identifying the central position within the data. There are many representative values which describes the data such as mean or arithmetic mean, range, mode, and median. In this video, we will be learning about these representative values in detail. The first representative value is mean or arithmetic mean, which is sum of observation by number of observations. Let us consider an example. Find the mean of the first 5 whole numbers. You know that the whole numbers are the numbers that include 0 and natural numbers. So the first 5 whole numbers will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The first step is to find the sum of observations. That is the sum of whole numbers. 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. The second step is the number of observations. That is 5 here. So the mean of the given data will be sum of observations by number of observations, that is 2. Now moving on to the next representative value, that is the range. Range of the data is given by the difference between the highest observation and the lowest observation. Let us consider another example. The mark obtained by a group of students in a science test are as follows. Find the highest and the lowest mark obtained and also the range. The first step is to arrange the data in ascending order. Now from this, you can identify the highest mark and the lowest mark. The range will be the difference between the highest mark and the lowest mark. That is 95 minus 39, which is equal to 56. So the range of the given data is 56. Now moving on to the third representative value, that is mode. Mode of a data is the observation that occurs the most often or the frequently occurring observation. How to calculate the mode? The step 1 is to arrange the data in ascending order. Step 2 is to tabulate the data in the frequency distribution table. And the third one, you need to identify the most frequently occurring observation that will give you the mode of the given data. Let us consider an example here. The score in the max test out of 25 marks of 15 students are as follows. Find the mode of the data. The first step is to arrange the data in ascending order. The next step is to tabulate them. So the first column will be the scores and the next one will be the tally marks. You know, if the number of observations are more, it is conveniently represented by using tally marks. Tally marks are given in a way such that the first 4 observations will be represented by vertical lines and the 5th observation will be diagonal over the first 4 observations. This you have learned in your lower classes. So according to the score, we are given the tally marks, that will be your second column, and finally the third column will be the occurring time or the frequency. Now from the tabular form or tabulation, you can identify the mode of the given data. Here it is 20. That is, the score 20 is occurring 4 times, or it is the most frequently occurring score. So the mode of the given data is 20. Now moving on to the next representative value, that is the median. It refers to the value which lies in the middle of the data when arranged in ascending or descending order. How to find the median? Arrange the data in ascending order. That will be your first step. The next step is to observe the given data, whether it is odd. If the number of observations in the given data is odd, then median is given by n plus 1 by 2 value. Let us understand this by an example. The score in the max test of 15 students are as follows. You need to find the median of the given data. So arrange the data in ascending order. And now you count and see how many observations are there. Here it is 15, which is odd. So we will be using the formula n plus 1 by 2th value, that will give the median. So it is 15 plus 1 by 2, that is 8th value, which is 20 here. Now you can see that half of the observations are arranged above 20 and rest half of the observations are arranged below 20. So 20 is the median in that case. Now moving on, if the number of observations is even, then the formula of median changes. That is given by the average of n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1 value. Let us understand this by an example. Find the median of the following data. Step 1 is to arrange the data in ascending order. Now you count and see how many observations are there. Here it is 6, which is even. So n by 2th value will be 6 by 2th value, that is the third value. Here it is 28. And n by 2 plus 1th value will be the fourth value, that is 38. So median is going to be the average of these two values. Now you need to find the average of these two values, that is 28 and 38. That will give the median, that is 33 here. So the median of the given data, it is 33. So representative value or central value is nothing but the measure of central tendency in order to describe the data. In this video, we have learned about different representative values such as mean or arithmetic mean, range, mode, and median.